Chapter 38. A Psalm of David, to make a memorial. O Lord, rebuke me not in your anger, neither chasten me in your wrath. For your arrows are gone deep into me, and your hand is come down upon me. There is no soundness in my flesh because of your indignation, neither is there any health in my bones because of my sin. For mine iniquities are gone over my head, as a heavy burden that are too heavy for me. My wounds are noisome, they fester because of my foolishness. I am bent and bowed down greatly, I go mourning all the day. For my loins are filled with burning, and there is no soundness in my flesh. I am benumbed and sore crushed, I groan by reason of the moaning of my heart. Lord, all my desire is before you, and my sighing is not hid from you. My heart fluttereth, my strength faileth me. As for the light of mine eyes, it also is gone from me. My friends and my companions stand aloof from my plague, and my kinsmen stand far off. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they seek my hurt, speak crafty devices, and utter deceits all the day. But I am as a deaf man, I hear not, and I am as a dumb man that openeth not his mouth. Yes, I am become as a man that hears not, and in whose mouth are no arguments. For in you, O Lord, do I hope. You will answer, O Lord my God. For I said, lest they rejoice over me when my foot slips, they magnify themselves against me. For I am ready to halt, my pain is continually before me. For I declare mine iniquity, I am full of care because of my sin. But mine enemies are strong in health, and they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. They also that repay evil for good are adversaries unto me, because I follow the thing that is good. Forsake me not, O Lord. O my God, be not far from me. Make haste to help me, O Lord my salvation. All right, let's go back up verse 1. Once again, we have a psalm here of David. This one has a purpose. This one is to make a memorial, or to be there for a memory. We could look at it that way, so that we can remember. And what this is we simply remember to turn to God. We turn to God, put our faith in God. And when we've maybe done something that doesn't please God, it transgresses God's law, we can turn, even though everybody else, they may not find forgiveness as quickly as God does. But God's merciful. God's ever merciful. And his forgiveness is ready. We're going to pick it up here, verse 2. O Lord, rebuke me not in your anger, neither chasten me in your wrath. A plea. Don't rebuke me in your anger. Don't come after me when you're mad for what I've done. These things we'll find that all men, God forbid, every now and then they stumble, they fall. All people do. We do our best, and we find out sometimes we just can't get everything perfect. That's because we got to strive. We're striving. We're practicing. We're practicing to live. But don't chasten me in your wrath. Don't. And this would be the same as a parent, maybe corporally punishing their children in anger. This is not something you should do. This would be wrong. The punishment is something that should be done with wisdom, something that's going to make a difference, something somehow that's going to make a turn, give some understanding to the wrong or our interpretation of it. 3, for your arrows are gone deep into me, and your hand has come down upon me. Your arrows are these truths. Well, God's got his bow there. He's prepared for battle. This that he bends for goodness, and that's what it's for, to do good with. But these arrows are his truths, and his hand is his work that he's got in the earth, and this is the law. We'll find out when we sin. His work comes down upon us. His understanding even comes down upon us to For there is no soundness in my flesh because of your indignation, neither is there any health in my bones because of my sin. There's no soundness in my flesh because of God's anger, because of his work that he's already got in the earth. This law that he's put, that I have understanding of, and it's now testified to me, being here in the earth, having found it, stumbled across it more or less, and now we see it as this indignation. We'll find out it's like a wrath of God. It's like his anger of God that he's poured out into the earth. And my bones because of my sin, because that's what's been made known to me by the law. 5. For mine iniquities are gone over my head, as a heavy burden, they are too heavy for me. For my iniquities, these perversions, these twistings, these things that I've done, my shortcomings, I should say, would be a good way of looking at this, are gone over my head. More than I can count. It's like a load, we'll see. It's like a load stacked upon me as a heavy burden. They are too heavy for me. It's too much. It's like a load, these things that have been made known. 6, my wounds. My wounds are noisome. They fester because of my foolishness. And my wounds, these are like the memories of these things that I've done. They fester. I keep getting reminded of them, these things that I've done, because of my foolishness, because of my ignorance. I know no better, had no understanding. They were fortunate that God was able, we was able to hear God's word. We was able to hear it, find it, even. 7, I am bent and bowed down greatly. I go mourning all the day. Bent, twisted, bowed down. I'm humbled, great broken actually. I go mourning all the day. I'm broke. See, we'll find out it was the law that done it. It was the law that done it. We don't need nobody else. We're going to see that there's always somebody want to come out and kick you when you're down, though. 8, for my loins are filled with burning, and there is no soundness in my flesh. My loins. And these are my understandings that I know go with the flesh as well. There's an understanding I have for my spirit. It has to keep. There's an understanding I have for my flesh. It has to keep it as well, see. And these two are connected by the law of God. But this soundness of my flesh, it's not complete. It's not complete. Why? We'll find out. It's in transgression. It's in transgression when at this stage. And this is the cry of one who is in transgression, to not do this no more, to not be a part of that anymore. 9, I am benumbed and sore crushed. I groan by reason of the moaning of my heart. I am benumbed. To be numbed is to... King James Version here says feeble. And we can kind of look at that. The word is poog. And it's to be numb, to be feeble. It's like being hollowed out. It's like being hollowed out, cored from inside. There's just like there's no feelings left. The understanding of this, of what I've done, is this, and the moaning of my heart is this inner understanding of it that causes the groaning. These cries out unto God for his forgiveness, we'll find out. 10, Lord, all my desire is before you, and my sign is not hid from you. All my desire is before God, and this is what it is my hope now is in God, that he's going to forgive. He's going to have his mercy is going to kick in. If I've turned from my sin, if I don't sin no more, that he will have mercy upon me. 11, my heart flutters, my strength fails me. As for the light of mine eyes, it also is gone from me. My heart flutters, my strength fails me. As for the light of mine eyes, this light is like our eyes are what we see with. Light is what gives them the ability to see. And this light here, this could be interpreted as like a happiness. These things that I see, which normally I would find pleasure and happiness in, we'll find out is kind of turned to a shade of gray because of sin, because of transgression. And it's like the understanding leaves us because we're in a state of punishment, in a state of self-punishment even. 12. My friends and my companions stand aloof from my plague, and my kinsmen stand far off. My friends and my companions stand aloof from my plague because my transgression's been made known, and they know my plague, or this is my hurt, my wound, whatever you want to look at it, my sore. I believe the King James Version here says sore. Yes, it says sore. This word is naga, and it means my stroke, this plague, this disease, this mark, this wound, something I can visibly see. And what it is, it's a transgression, the sin that has been committed that others can see. And this, my kinsmen stand far off. Those my relatives don't even want no part of me. Why? Well, we'll find out. Everybody knows what I've done. And now he's left to trust in the Lord, left to trust in God because he's been made known, found out. His sin has been revealed. It's been seen. In 13, they also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak crafty devices, and utter deceits all the day. They that seek after my life, and this is to bring down. They lay snares for me. Well, and they want to destroy utterly. We'll find out these are the ones that like to kick you when you're down, or catch you when you're down, and try to take advantage of you. They seek my hurt, speaking crafty devices, with words, lies, deceits, is what it is. They utter deceits all the day. And it's all one thing. It's all one thing, see. To speak lies. Add to. See, it's not bad enough that a person sin and it's known, but then you want to add to it. Oh yeah, and he did this too, or she did this too. See, that's the kick. That's like kicking somebody when they're down. You have no business doing that. Matter of fact, we should try, if somebody's sins made known, we should offer some hope for them. There is hope. God's merciful. Come back to the understanding, or come get some. 14. But I am as a deaf man, I hear not. I am as a dumb man that opens not his mouth. But in transgression, I'm like a deaf man. I can't hear, and we'll find out. I hear not. I am as a dumb man that opens not his mouth. There's nothing to say. When we're wrong, we're wrong. Really nothing we can say. Well, yeah, I did. Just to make an excuse is going to be just a poor attempt to justify ourselves. God's merciful, though, and there's nobody that's going to hold it against you. When we sin, we transgress against God. Ain't nobody done nothing against me. I mean, unless you've come and done something directly against my house. See, that would be on the other side of the tablets. There's two sides there. We find it 5 on one side, 5 on the other. I like to look at that where there's grace both ways. See, but one's already feeling bad enough. 15. Yes, am become as a man that hears not, in whose mouth there is no arguments. Come as a man that hears not. At this point, we really not listening no more. We know what we've done. We've been confessing before God, trying to make known, trying to get God's mercy, and everybody's coming up and kicking me. But what can I say? We're wrong. When we're wrong, we're wrong, and we just didn't take it. We're going to take this, whatever God's going to cause upon us, bring upon us. We know it's of God. God's going to do whatever He's going to do, and then we're going to be steadfast in our term. 16. For in you O Lord, do I hope? You will answer, O Lord, my God. For in you, O Lord, do I hope. I know people ain't always as quick to forgive as God. I know that people ain't always as willing to accept our forgiveness as God is. But that's just the way it is, whether we can say, oh, well, I remember him, he did this. No, I don't remember him. I expect God has forgiven him. You will answer, and because we know God's good to forgive. If we want God to forgive us, we got to expect that God forgives others. See, it's his right to forgive anyway. It's him they've sinned against. If they've done something against you, that's a different story. It'd be up to them to make it up to you. 17. For I said, lest they rejoice over me when my foot slips, they magnify themselves against me. For I said, lest they rejoice over me when my foot slips, and they magnify themselves against me, or to exalt themselves against me, because why? Well, I've sinned. So that's brought me down. Now they're going to stand up and come and find, well, this is to kick. Rejoice over me. And, he's sinned. Yeah, he's finally come down. He's finally been brought down off his high horse. See, he's been made known. We'll find out that this is the wickedness in the earth. Why do this? Why not pray for somebody that's in a position? Pray for them. Hope for them. That they can get some understanding. A lot of people wasn't told the law. A lot of people don't got no understanding. A lot of people are actually taught they don't have to obey the law. What's that going to do for you? Well, what's that going to do for you? What good is there in that? Ain't nobody can make the law of none effect. Well, you can try. You can try. I mean, you may be able to fly. Who knows? I can't. I mean, God put the gravity on me, and when I jump, I just come right back down. See, it's the law. It's just the law. 18. For I am ready to halt, my pain is continually before me. For I'm ready to halt. This ready to halt make you think I'm ready to stop. No, that's not what this means. What this means is I am established to stumble. Established to stumble. For this purpose, we can go to the King James Version. It says I'm ready to halt. Well, I'm ready to stop sinning. But the word is kun. And it means to be established, to be stable, to be firm, to be set for a purpose. See, for a purpose, and that is ready. See, that's that word, ready. But halt means stop. The word is salah, and it means limping, stumbling, like a cripple. See, I'm established for this. A purpose for stumbling, to stagger around like a drunk. My pain is continually before me. I understand these things. I understand that it's a test, and I'm trying to get back on my feet. I understand that I'm drunken and in a lack of understanding. I understand that I've got a wound that I have to carry, and it's a burden to me. I understand. It's always before me. 19. For I do declare mine iniquity. I am full of care because of my sin. I declare my iniquity. I'm not perfect. I stumble around just like a drunk, not having full understanding. I'm trying to get it, trying to gain it, trying to prepare my way to get back on my feet. I'm full of care because of my sin. It has caused me to have care. It has brought me to this place, being made known to me by the law. 20. But mine enemies are strong in health, and they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. But mine enemies are strong in health. they and we see that those that hate me are wrongfully multiplied, is what this is trying to tell us. There's many, and they wait. They wait for us to slip. They wait for us to fall. Why? So they can rush up there, and they're going to try to take advantage. They want to kick you when you're down. Of course, there's several ways we can look at that. To take advantage of somebody is the same as to you ain't doing them no good, not when they're down. 21. They also that repay evil for good are adversaries unto me, because I follow the thing that is good. They that repay evil for good, those that you've tried to help, those that you tried to console, and then when you get down there, they come up there. They're going to be with the others. It's like some kind of thing that people love to do. Always coming against the guy that's down. Never trying to say, let me help you. Let me give you a hand there. Let me give you a few words that could help you. Just a few words can change a person's life sometimes. 22. Forsake me not, O Lord, my God, be not far from me. Forsake me not, O Lord, my God, be not far from me. And we'll find out God's right there with us. He's leading us along the way. He's the one bringing us along this path. The one trying to teach us. And what the question is, we have to ask ourselves, what? What are you trying to teach me? Why is it like this? And what am I trying to learn from this? What is the thing that's going to deliver me out of my transgression? How? Why am I here? It's a lesson. There's a lesson. Everything's a lesson in life. It's a giant classroom. We can look at it like that, and we'd be well off to look at it like that, because God's our teacher. He's trying to give us some understanding. He's not far from us. 23. Make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation. Make haste to help me, and we'll find out. We call on God, and we turn from our error. He's right there. He's right there. He knew you was going to turn. He's been waiting, saying he's been right behind you the whole time. If he didn't, you would die in your sin immediately. See, but God preserves you there. God preserves you there, because he knows you want to live. He knows that. We're all just children before God's eyes. In God's understanding, we're just little children. We're trying to get it. We're trying to learn to walk. But we're going to move forward. Psalm 39. Turn and return.